About a year ago, on the 23rd of November 2017, the Revenant Caves were added into the game, and tens of thousands of players made their way into the caves to test their luck with the new monsters. The drop table has been changed many times, as have the strategies to kill the Revenants, but there's been a hidden strategy and a method that has been unknown to the player base for over 9 months. Except for potentially RoT, aka Reign of Terror, who may have known about this method for a while now, seeing as they locked down Revenants on the 2.2k total world so nobody else can kill them there. Jed. It's a method that greatly increases your chance of making a lot more money at Revenants, and it's actually really simple. All you have to do is just be Scald. That's it. If you guys are Scald, you have a 3 times better chance of getting a rare drop. Just be Scald. Really simple. Now, being Scald in the Rev Caves is not a simple task, okay? You can't just go there Scald and expect to stay there for hours and hours, okay? If you are Scald in the Rev Caves, you guys know, oh, people are coming for you. You're a target. Last week on Twitter, Mod came out with this picture that pretty much describes the chances of getting loot at Revenants when you're Scald or if you're unscald. Now, if you're looking at this for the first time, there's lots of code and equations on here that may be a bit confusing, which I totally understand. But if you guys don't really want to, look through all this yourself and try to understand what it means, it's just as simple as the bottom left are the good drops, and if you're Scald, you have a better chance of getting them. The bottom right are the mediocre drops, which are not affected by being Scald or unscald. Now, somebody actually replied to Modash's picture with the actual percentages of killing these Revenants Scald versus unscald, and everything is on your, in this picture right here. But the only thing, again, you need to look at is the bottom sentence right there. If you guys kill a Revenant Dragon and you are unscald, you have a 1 in 7,573 chance of getting a weapon or a necklace. If you guys are Scald, however, it's a 1 in 2,650 drop, which is a lot better of a chance, obviously. What's actually kind of funny about this is, like, we had all the hints and clues that this has been a thing for a long time. If you guys think of all the times that people like SparkMac go on PK trips on stream or on videos, he brings like hundreds of Scald people with him and they all attack the revs there. And the thing is, every time he does a trip, there's like one person that gets one of the rare items, and people just assume that it was just RNG because there were so many people there that somebody was eventually going to get it. But it really came down to the fact that since he has so many Scald people there in his clan attacking these revs, the chances of getting an item was so much higher than if they were unscald. So the hints have pretty much been there the entire time. It's just nobody's really figured it out until now, and until Ash came out with that tweet pretty much confirming it. I really wanted to test this out for myself to see if it really would make a difference. I personally love going to Revenants and killing revs. Back in the day, I had a really big rev series in the pre-EOC days. I don't go this much anymore because, I'm playing on my hardcore mainly, but I figured I would just go there, with simple gear. I had black DI'd on, I had an archer's helm on, I had a blowpipe with rune darts in it, my Avas, snakeskin boots, and the Ethereum bracelet. Really simple stuff. Now, the reason I'm going to camp the Dark Beast is simply because it's the Revenant that's below level 30 Wilderness and probably is going to drop the best loot, seeing as it's the highest level. If you guys didn't know, some of the Revenants in the Rev Caves are above level 30 Wilderness, which means that you can't teleport out right away if PKers come, and the seed pod is what I'm using to teleport out, so I have to be either level 30 Wilderness or below. Luckily, my account has 99 ranged and rigor, so the DPS I was doing with the blowpipe was really, really good. I mean, occasionally I didn't get the loot because people came in with the crossbow or like the Vigorous chain mace, and those things are really overpowered against Revenants, so they got the loot. But for the most part, I'd say I got the loot most of the time. Now here's the thing, I tested 50 kills unscald versus scald, but don't forget that the common drops, so like the mahogany planks, black dragon, all that random stuff, that is not affected if you're scald or unscald. The only thing that's affected, the only drop rate that's affected, is for those rare items. The difference between my loot from the unscald and the scald trips though were actually pretty different, so I'm gonna let you guys see what I got from both of those. So here I have the loot from 50 Revenant Dark Beasts. Again, this is unscald with the blowpipe. It's going to add up to about 1.2 million GP from 50 kills. Again, you guys saw my gear earlier. Unscald, blowpipe, pretty standard gear, and we get 1.2 mils worth of, actually, it's amazing to be honest, if you think about it. But nothing really rare in here other than, I guess, the dragon plate legs, and that's pretty much it. So let's get to the 50 Dark Beast with a scald character, which is just me scald, with a blowpipe. Here is the loot from 50 Revenant Dark Beasts while scald in the Rev Caves. I definitely believe this is going to be quite a bit more than it was when I was unscald. 1.7 million GPs worth of loot from the Revenant Dark Beast while scald. When I was unscald, it was 1.2 million. So a massive increase, 500k in those 50 kills difference between scald and unscald. Even though the regular drops are not affected by being scald or unscald, I still made 500,000 more GP being scald there, which I guess comes down to the luck of the drops I got, but still, the fact that, I made 500k more in 50 kills is actually quite a bit. Unfortunately, as you guys saw from both of my 50 kills there, I did not get lucky with a rare item, which isn't that surprising. Again, I only did 50 kills each. I didn't want to spend too much time there because I had other stuff to work on, but I wanted to test it out to see if I could get lucky, but unfortunately RNG was not in my favor. However, during one of my trips, somebody actually got a Vigora's chain mace, so technically we did get a rare drop, it just wasn't in our name. It was in the video, it just wasn't in our name. Now here's the thing about being skulled versus unskulled at Revenants. If you're unskulled and you die, you still protect your 4 items that you care about the most, and usually you don't lose much, which is pretty nice. But if you're skulled, there's that extra risk, obviously. Being skulled in the wilderness is always risky. Everybody understands that. But if you're at Revenants and people come, if a clan flies in with teleblock, with freezes, wherever you are, and you lose your +1, then you're pretty much out money. In my case, I would have lost a blowpipe, would have been down 5 mil. So if you're totally up for completely paying attention to what you're doing on your screen, if you're constantly looking out for clans and you can teleport out right away, then being skulled is totally fine. But if you're seeing this as kind of just a, you're looking away, you're watching TV, you're watching a show while doing this, you probably don't want to be skulled. Especially if you're there solo. If you're there with a team or a clan and you're skulled, then it's completely fine, because if you guys have control of the whole world and everybody's skulled, then most likely then you're not really going to compete with anybody for loot. But if you are there solo skulled, then the stress level is very, very high, because not only are you competing for loots from other people, but you also have to worry about losing your +1 if a clan flies in and smites you or telebox you and you can't get out in time. Let me know in the comments if you guys have gone to Revenants skulled or unskulled, and what kind of loot have you guys gotten. Have you gotten any of the rare drops, any of the not so rare drops? Let me know what you guys have gotten, and if the skulled versus unskulled thing has seen any success for you. Now, speaking of teams, I may have teamed up with a couple other content creators. Framed, C Engineer, Guns Chili, Pure Spam, Shapurka. Ever heard of them, guys? We decided to plan out a little PK trip between all of us and just see if we can get lucky at Revenants, killing revs and also killing people for their loot. So enjoy these final clips, guys, and thank you again for watching the video. Also, if you guys do like these content creator PK trips to Revenants, please drop a like on the video if you want to see more, and also don't forget to leave a comment as well. Enjoy the clips. So to start off my trip at Rev Caves, I totally forgot that I had my cash deck in my inventory when I left. And not only was it, a couple mils worth, it was 67. I had 67 mil in my inventory while we were in Rev Caves in multi. Very smart start to the trip. Classic soup IQ move right there. And then these guys tried specking me out. Oh, chill! It was in the top right of my inventory. I wasn't looking at it. Oh, Tom just got whooped. Oh my god, he's like no HP. What? What was his HP? Nothing. Right here, 110. Until 80. Oh, big hit. Another freeze. Nice. This guy's gonna have loot on him. He's been here for a while. Get ready to refreeze. Careful. Oh yeah, he can't tank it. Oh, smited? Nice, good job. Took forever. Loot was 330k. Check the dragon, yeah. 123, Tranks. Big hit, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, no chance. I got a Carol's, oh never mind. I thought I got Carol's crossbow there for a second. I got Carol's quaff. Well, this is really good loot. 350k off that one guy. Monk robes, there we go, nice. Nice, good TV. Oh, no chance, good job. I got frozen by the night. That'll be decent loot too. Oh, that's bank.
Wow.